Why did I start learning German on Duolingo? The reason why I started learning German language on Duolingo was because previously in high school I have learned German language in class, or maybe I can say I was taught German language because I was a bit foolish and young and didn't always pay attention in the lessons, and I concentrated on having fun with my friends. So I could have gotten A's and could have made a perfect exam, but I didn't, and I'm ashamed of it. But it's never too late to do or start anything. My motivation came from one of my students who has been in Germany with her family, and this young girl almost spoke better German than me, and she had a German accent, and I got angry in a good way, and I got motivated. So I told myself I shouldn't let this young girl, speak better German than me, and this is why I started doing a German course with English set as a native language on Duolingo. I started learning Russian because I also learned Russian in primary school, by the way, but almost everyone hated Russian because it was forced on us, There were some political situations in Hungary, and we had to show the Russians that we were very friendly, and we learned their language, so we didn't really like it. But I can remember a lot from these primary school lessons. And I am very grateful for my teacher who we also didn't like, but we were little kids then, so we were like 12 years old, and who likes teachers, who tell them what to do and learn and not to have fun, not to talk in the lesson and all that. So I started relearning Russian and improve my Russian skills, my basic Russian skills, because one of my favorite TV series, it is called The Arrow, and the guy Oliver Queen has some connections with the fictional Russian mob called the Bratva, and they were talking in Russian, and I thought that it's very cool. They are talking with Russian gangsters in Russian, and they are in Russia, and the whole movie is very cool. And I decided, okay, so let's learn Russian because I want to speak Russian. maybe join the Arrow and his team one day. Okay, and this is the story of me starting Russian. I also was thinking about what language to take on next after becoming kind of good at German and okay, so Russian as well. And I thought that the language that I felt the closest to me was Spanish, because I like the sound of Spanish language. It is very melodic, and I also have some movies that have some Spanish speech in it, and it's very cool to hear people speak Spanish. And I also like rap music. And one of my favorites, for example, Cypress Hill, sometimes uses Spanish sentences and Spanish words, and I decided, okay, so let's take on Spanish, and the lowriders, the whole Mexican-American culture is very, very close to me. So this is one of my reasons for starting a Spanish course. So you probably know by now that I am doing an international online business with Healthy Coffee, and learning languages is also very useful in this business. But that wasn't my main motivation, or it was only one of my main motivations. So I have very childish motivations, like movies and music. But I think movies and music are the best ways to learn a language, because you learn best what you like. So they can put a book in front of you and tell you to learn the lesson and learn about any topic. But if you don't enjoy it, you're not interested in it, you're not going to learn it as well as, for example, reading the lyrics of a song or watching a movie. So this is it. This is my motivation in Duolingo.